Hello everyone! Welcome back up. Let me just put this one up a smidge so I can actually see. Yes, hi everyone, welcome back up. Let me just put on some Christmas jazz in the background while we're I am explaining what's gonna happen today. So Ayo characters, I'm not sus, you're sus. I am going to wait, hang on, no, I don't even know what I'm saying. So, the plan for today is, I tested Genshin Impact works with Streamlab, so there we go, that's something. Hang on, let me just remove the cat. Hey yo Wolf, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Abusing the cat. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I am going to play... Well, only this cat. Only this one. I'm not boinking any other cats, if that makes you feel any better. I'm doing actually pretty good. Today Dingardo's two nieces were over, who are 7 and 4. And apparently I'm their favorite aunt to be? Something like that. The girls just adore me, so I'm super tired because I've been running around with two little girls all day. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm planning on playing the Archon quest. Hopefully it's not super freaking long. I haven't played it yet, but I want to because I want to catch up with the story, so I'm not going to get accidentally spoiled. Aunt is fine. Okay, yeah. Hey yo, how you doing, Kingscar? Welcome, welcome. In Chinese, it would be a different story. Yeah, thankfully I don't speak Chinese, and I don't have to because the girls don't speak Chinese either. So that's something. But we're playing the Archon quest today. Finally, I really hope it's not that long. I doubt it would be super long, but I want to catch up with the story. And later this week, I am actually starting the new event because I haven't started that one yet either. Right, let me just swap this out. Genshin. There we go. So I don't know because this event, well, it's only around for 2 weeks. Okay, well, I guess I'll start it whenever, because I already finished these, so that's fine. That one's already done. That's fine. I think you'll like the event is more than you'd expect. I've heard that it has Ayato in it, and I'm already sold on it. So I don't need much to be sold on it. But yeah. Aftermath recap-ish thing. That's fine. Alright, because I'm not planning on... Tomorrow I have to go back to the office to work. So that's not gonna be... I told you the IA was... Yeah, I know, you told me, Cactus. So yeah, I'm not planning on doing like a forever long stream into the night because I have to wake up tomorrow and early in the morning because I need to go back to the office for a whole week before Christmas. That's fun. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like a wholesome one. It's so strange because, you know, you would expect this like... Hang on. This like spooky whatever like event. You would expect this to be in October with Halloween and everything. That would kind of fit. But it's during Christmas, which is a little bit strange. But it is what it is. I think this event would have fit well a bit more like appropriate in October, but oh well, who am I to judge? So hang on, what I was about to do, I don't even know. But I'm glad that we get a lot of cameos in it, like, and not just maybe 2-3 characters. All right, so where am I supposed to be going? Oh, that one is the desert thing. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the Sanctuary of Surastana, is it? Oh, there is the waypoint right there. Okay. I was like, I'm sure that there's a waypoint somewhere there. I only need to buy like one more piece of Christmas presents. And I'll do that tomorrow. Have that wrapped and all. And I'm all ready for Christmas. Oh, hello. We're starting strong.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about.
Wait,
Unless,
this is the event?
You restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well...
Oh, this is the event,
This is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location.
Oh, yeah, this is the main quest,
the missing details. A mysterious person? I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact is, it's the dramatization that will make people want to read it. There's no getting around that.
Okay, but...
Alright.
Did one of them just mention Tataris Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma!
Yeah, you're very smart.
Or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. That's great. Let's go find out what this Tataris Suna mystery is all about.
Okay, we are just spying on some random people. Ah, this is the main event. Ayo. So where am I going? So we just walk up to them like, hey, we want to know more about this.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
But, wow, what the timing! You're going on a trip in a little rocket ship? What? Why?
Oh, You're the traveler, you say?
Yeah. It's a me.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
Yeah. If you don't believe me, I'll just go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence.
Yeah, that guy is an academic.
Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
So, what I don't get it is that these guys supposed to be academics, right? Me, a kind of random person with a floating child, kinda, just rocks up to them like, hey, by the way, I'm the person that you're talking about. And they are just like, yep, that seems fair enough. No verification, no like double check, nothing. It's just like, oh, you're that traveler? Okay, I guess I'll just listen to you. Like, why? This is not what academics do, not at all.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Paimon is the ID. I know, but still, it's like,
I see.
What? How do you know for a fact that this is the person?
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada.
Teyvat has its own laws. Okay, so you don't need to carry around an ID.
Well, fair point. In that case,
Hey,
please
yo!
ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Tegard has been subscribed for 8 months. Holy fuck. Have I been... Oh, Jesus. They don't do identity theft. I would totally like get myself like a little machine that kind of looks like Paimon and just going around and saying that I'm the traveler. So yeah, I don't know.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So this is basically like a murder mystery.
Goes missing. Then a murder happens? Seems kind of fishy to Paimon.
The guy described
Yes,
me
my
a weird
thoughts exactly.
person.
So
I
helped
think
out
he
too.
described all
I
of
asked
us.
everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Why?
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out.
Okay.
It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago.
Then why are you
Even
still
back
after
then,
these?
Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Niva sounds like a Sumeru name. Could it be? Could it be what?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Yes.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Yeah. So hey, I kind of
you
don't
really know your
understand what's
stuff.
happening.
That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan.
Oh,
the
okay.
last practitioners of Ishin art.
Okay, so they were not...
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
Why do I have a feeling that it's all Scaramouche somewhere in the beginning? Hey, Cheese, how you doing? Back, I'm still waiting on the patch on The Witcher, so my stream is not collapsing in on itself when I try to play it. But yes, because I can't still. Well, I could play The Witcher, but Streamlabs not picking up the game capture, which I can get around it because it's not that big of a deal. It's just more annoying than anything. But it's little bit laggy, and on the stream it looks quite laggy too. And I'm I'm a bit worried that if I play The Witcher while trying to stream it, the thing just crashes. So I'm just waiting on a patch which kind of optimizes things, so then I can start playing it again. Oh, it's the last day at my side job, minus money, more sleep. I guess that's good because you haven't been resting too much recently. Did you quit or were you contracted up until like a set period of time? Hey, Yawus, how you doing? Welcome. Good morning.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Okay.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
A puppet?
I quit. I'm like a zombie with a lack of rest. Yeah, that seems fair enough. Yeah, that's the battle, dear.
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Alright, Cheese. Have a good day, I guess, and I guess that's good that you're quitting. I know that you're not going to have much income, but at least you're taking care of yourself, so I guess that's good. Hilarious Paimon hopes she keeps her mouth shut.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Okay. A man arrived in Tataratsuna around 3 in the afternoon. From afar, he spied laborers walking along the mountain roads towards factories, their shoes scuffing along jutting stones. They walk like people convinced that so long as they reach the fire raging in the mountain's belly, they might extract from it gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was ineffable. What does that word even mean? Beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back, and yet his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me? Sir Miyazaki, I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma City could have been easy on you. Hang on, let me just catch up with chat. I'm very happy because the first time I'm not in the university with your streams. Oh, you called, like, it's a Sunday, so you're probably not at uni. Well, I'm happy this year at home chilling. Oh, ineffable is like indescribable. Okay. Yeah, it's like ineffable is kind of like hard to, yeah. They've said the word and then they described what it means, kind of. Alright. Miyazaki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey, expression relaxed. Why Katsuragi Inazuma is the realm of the almighty shogun. I sailed upon the fastest ship and strode upon the swiftest sea route. What dangers could I have possibly faced? And what about the good news? There was some, naturally. The two burst out into uproarious laughter on rush-housing with the other workers until the path ends. The young man, dressed in a linen shirt, wearing handscarf, gazed into the dancing flames of the furnace before him. Now the flames of the forge are unlike any other, for their intensity affects the resulting integrity for both metal and blade. So to them was a flame washer as an unusual individual. Jesus. At his fingertips sat a lizard. On his face he wrote a smile. The workshop was huge. The furnace was deeper within. A reasonable person might think that there should have been many working alongside the watcher, yet he stood alone. Only when the Katsuragi and Miyazaki strode onto the room did the watcher turn. The watcher was Niwa, armory officer and administrator of Tataratsuna. Born to the Niwa clan, which served as one of the three pillars of the Ishinard, Niwa never argued with his siblings and was a worthy successor by all accounts. The post received as a result of high standing with those in power served as a statement into self. Oh, cha-cha! Bye! Okay. Miyazaki handed the well-bundled text to Niwa as he adjusted his expression and said, "It is as you have said, sir. The elders of your clan in the city do not think highly of our plan, yet I still believe to be worth a try. As such, I have found the proper vendors and procured the materials that you requested." Niwa studied the text and nodded. "We should try some of these new forging techniques, whether the Kaidara says yeah or nay." Katsuragi frowned. With a sigh, he said, Forging is a precise and difficult undertaking. You know what's better than most, sirs, and still you seek improvement each day with a terrifying drive. Should my lord Nagamasa hear this, the sourness in his face shall be hard to miss. Niwa smiled, replying, "And how goes the forging of your lord's great blade, Katsuragi?" Katsuragi neither wanted to shame his master nor lie to his two friends, yet he could not think of any way to deflect, so groused, "I see your ears are as keen as your hands, Sir Niwa. The jokes of us unlearned men are as nothing before you." Miyazaki hid his grin. Upon hearing this, Niwa released the lizard from his hand into Katsuragi's plan. But just as more words were to be exchanged, someone came walking nearby, their footsteps light with clarity of youth. The head that peeked in was round and in the light of the fires looked like the oil jewel. I just spent 5 minutes trying to turn some music on my PC and realized it's your game. Yeah, now it's silent because I'm reading, but as soon as I'm exiting this, the music probably going to start up again. The young man placed some boxes of food at the side, and nodding, he prepared to leave. Katsuragi called after him, "What about your share? Aren't you going to eat it?" The young man, upon hearing those words, found himself slightly at loss. After a while, he answered, "Very well, I'll try it." "You're welcome to the food. We all eat at the same fare, after all," Niwa said. The man nodded and left, seemingly deeply in thought. Jeez, how fucking long is this? Like I said, that's basically... Okay.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well. Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts.
There's a lot of reading, you might want to speed read it, okay.
Mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawana's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
That sounds more like a novel.
Akaba, look. Your teacher
Unless
has
they will
researched
just tell you
this
later
extensively.
afterwards. Yeah, that's
I've
what I'm
reached out to
thinking.
everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
These guys are just kind of there, okay?
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay!
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Alright, see ya later.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yup.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
Yup.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Yup.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Who are you? What?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Oh, there he goes.
Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Okay, let's kick his butt once again. Why the hell are you outside? You should be locked up. Alright. Oh. Hi. Thank you, but no thank you. Thank you for the offer, but no. I'm sorry. I don't want any of that. Thank you. Okay. Hang on. For official he was trying to do something. Hang on. I'm just gonna ban him. It's just a bot, you don't have to say sorry. I still feel bad. I still feel bad. I banned his butt anyway. I'm sorry. There's currently a wave of bots. I wonder why. Alright, I won't feel bad.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are.
Hello, why you were looking for us?
Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public.
Yeah, well, he's standing right there.
Ah, it's him!
Yeah, he's standing right fucking there.
Sure enough, you're here.
Fuck off!
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know.
It just means someone had time to make a bot. That's also true.
Allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Okay.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
But he has no... I don't know.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Fuck off. I can slay you right now, you
That escalated
bitch.
quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
No.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
You haven't seen it. I mean, you were pretty old. You probably have seen a lot of crap. I mean, I got nice wolf's gravestone, which will be useful right now. for this guy's face or in general.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Oh, his neck is
Well,
nice, yes.
I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
The fake
The
sky
Balladeer's
stuff.
power was
I
all
want to
but
know.
completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
But saving it for the doctor will do. That's yep. Yep. The doctor needs to be slain.
Plus, he's
I don't know why
why
he has a fan base anyway, because he does.
Secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So he throws you out like
Sometimes
trash.
it's you using them. Other times, it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers.
Well, that's
So as long
neat.
as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Oh really? What a crying shame. I want to punch
Well, if
this
the
guy in
Fatui
the
are going to
face.
reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I mean, he is technically
I
not
think these two made their
living.
objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
He is living. I mean, he
discussion to the side for
technically
now.
is, but
We
technically
still
not.
have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
Punch every day
All
for
right.
every fake
I'll
vision
do
he's
what we
given out in
agreed.
Inazuma. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this? Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Yeah, because he's. Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point.
Yeah.
It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
And what if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if...
trust him. He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him.
Because we were enemies,
I
Paimon.
understand. But sometimes everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler,
For
I know
enemies,
what your
I
heart
still hate
desires
them.
most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Aww.
As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend,
She's
I
so
want to do
good!
something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
She is one of my new favorite characters. If I can get my hands on some Nihida merch, I will.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
And she's also the first Archon who's actively trying to
worried
help
about
us
this
find our
idea.
sibling.
Is there anything we can do to help?
So she's actually trying to help us, while the others are just like, nah, sorry, your sister isn't, no, your sibling is in another castle, pretty much. She's the first one who's actually trying to help us.
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease.
Nahida's an
Of course, I'll
adopted
be there to
goddess
help
daughter.
guide you
Yeah,
from
pretty
from the
much.
outside. Great, thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Oh god, really? Okay, well that's gonna be interesting.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
I think it looks
colors are
exactly the
gentler.
same.
Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
I mean, I guess they're a lot gentler. It looks nice. Here is where it happened. Like, exactly here, where I was standing.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nada sent to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other.
Lim has a
and
strong
the most
self-control.
important place in
I
all
have a
of
strong
Sumeru.
self-control of not punching the
Unlike
dude.
anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides, but it is essential that you remain
Well,
calm
my
at your
grievances
entry.
are graver.
This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all.
I'm not looking
Per my
forward to
agreement
this.
with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Fuck off. How dare you call my eyes pretty?
Confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
Well, he's
If there are no
probably.
further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
That was the place where Rukadavata died.
Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yeah, let's go. Where are we going? Are we going to see a boat again?
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined.
Paimon's never seen anything like this.
It's very nice.
Feels like a sacred place.
Because probably it is.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Every bit of information flowing here means something.
So,
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
shh, don't know that. Also, is Irminsul the one who's like so the ley lines are the part of Irminsul, and if it's leaking, it can manifest in like weird ways, like how it is in Inazuma, right?
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Alright, I don't want to get lost in here, so... I mean, he looks cool with his design. I guess they didn't want to animate that huge veil of his.
Have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Okay. Where the fuck are we? Oh, we are walking away from the thing. Alright, go and touch the thing. I don't want to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction.
Yeah, this is a magical place. The space is indeed unusual. It seems that the Balladeer is more used to it than I am.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
This veil of his is actually pretty cool, but I understand that it's quite hard to animate that one.
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Fuck off. I hate him.
What a huge tree!
This is the center of Irminsul. Information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
Is this a fanny pack of his?
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
I mean, I guess. Hasn't put up any resistance. It seems good at working on the front line. Oh, come on. First Adabin Shavada's stories, now this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
I still don't like the dude.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Yes, please. Is it a telepathic conversation? Yes.
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Hi, Paimon.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Oh my god, now it's getting worse. I'm guessing you don't want to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
No, she likes
Paimon's never
us.
tried this before. This is great.
Buy one.
So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
I mean, she is a god and we are not. Seems to excel
As I've
doing
told you
odd
before,
jobs.
there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is this about his past, the betrayals, the other events in
Well
Inazuma?
done. Smart and attentive as always.
Aw, thank you. Actually, I caught a glimpse of few things when I ran into Hypatia and Paradise the Eye.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Stop
Everyone has a
humanizing
history,
him.
Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of
Hey,
that.
don't humanize the follower bots. I don't. Okay, no, I won't. Alright, Cactus.
Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
You tell Nahida about the story of Agweds about the writing.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Yeah.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Who are you?
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
You have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Technically, there's supposed to be some information.
About that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
Every conversation with you is hard work.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
There's supposed to be some information about my twin.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Okay.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Yep.
Shh. Just wait.
Maybe this team removed some
Mr.
stuff.
Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatarasuna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
What the fuck?
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Name Neva, the man in charge of that belongs to the... Jesus Christ, I can't read it this far. Oh lord. We're going in. I mean, maybe they removed some stuff.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality.
Oh
as
my
has
god, he
Mikoshi
has the same
Nagamasa,
hair as Kazuha.
And indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place. like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy.
Who the fuck are you?
Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade.
Why does the people
That
from
is
Fontaine
why
looks
you
exactly the
accepted
same, like
proposal
hundreds
brought
of
to you
years
by
ago?
myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
Okay.
You flatter me.
Share.
From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate, and I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
Yes, then why do you
Recently,
still do this?
As you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
What is happening?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
What is happening?
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the
Why does he
subtleties
have
of
a
the situation
fucking
for
knife?
a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Oh god.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
No
Drop
problem.
the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
What the
A
fuck?
moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
So that was him who killed him.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start.
So
It's
I'm pretty sure
a
that
long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that
he's
was
from
not from
he's a
Fontaine at
Fatui,
all.
I'm telling you.
And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Why is he
but
trying
you're
to?
quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
Oh,
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
wait,
If you
he's
must
the
know,
doctor.
I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
That's why his voice was so familiar.
Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise.
Why
My
though?
device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet.
That's what
Make no
happened.
mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Aha! So that's going to be a nice one.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
How is the doctor still alive, by the way?
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself.
Wow, this is a
Think
kind
of
of
me
like a
as a
plot twist.
monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa, Already dead. What a pity.
I hate the doctor.
Jester,
How
I've
the fuck
completed
he's
the
still
task you
alive?
gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh my god. Okay, that's a plot twist.
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah, he's
Dottore.
fine.
Dottore!
Oh god, this is no good.
Good. Good.
This
Was
stuff makes me
that
wonder how many times
the
people have
doctor?
changed the past and erased
Did he
memories that
turn
people
into
just
a
can't
mechanic
realize.
from
That's also
14?
very true, Kingscar. Oh.
But why did we see things from his perspective?
I don't know.
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Why?
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
I still don't like Scaramouche. It's like hang on. This is like the suit time counting Raiden's sister placing the tree in the past. Yes. So the Dottore just erases stuff. Like erased a few stuff, I guess. But our twin could be
Let's
erasing
give him some
stuff too.
space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Alright. Because I see that there is an ad rolling right now, I'll just going to put myself on be right back. And I go pee. Alright, I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. Alright. Ooh. Oh. Okay, let's go over
You
there.
need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Padori,
Nobody has
Padori.
ever
Hang
seen you
on.
like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future.
And it did,
Of all the
actually.
participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer.
I had to keep my mouth shut while you're all like, what is going on? He's a Fatui. Yeah, I'm always like that.
Caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
It was Niva's heart all along.
Betrayed him, and yet
Why do Fontaine people look all the same? They do, actually.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
And it's Niva's heart all along from the Kaidehara clan somewhere. That's kind of messed up. Why do Fontaine people look all the same? They actually, I don't get it. They can give them like different designs, like maybe the color of their shirts can be different or the color of their vest or something, but they all have this like black with this burgundy shirt and the white bow tie, and that's it. And all of them look like that. And we haven't seen any women from Fontaine, only men. Like, what is going on there? Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend caused such a great resentment. Now we know what that was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokugan 100 years ago. Ah, okay. So that's why he was trying to sabotage the Kaidehara clan. Because of this incident that was based on a lie. It is time for the Archon quest, my daughter. Yes, Aldoden, it is time. How you doing, Baka? But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision. I mean, he was kind of corrupted.
Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
I'm just going to leave him be. Or do I have to go and talk to him? Oh, okay. A while later, okay.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
Stop humanizing him! He looks
That's a scary expression.
He looks smug.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
I don't want to be your friend though. We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, aren't you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
How?
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh,
Okay, so that includes our sister, no, our brother. So that means that our brother was also outside of Teyvat. So I guess that confirms something. Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Oh yeah?
Huh?
And what is it?
About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
So there is
Plus,
some...
he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
Wait, so you can't find any information on the descendants. And that means that you can't find any information about my brother, but there are still some information about my brother in Irminsul. What? It just makes it even more confusing. But the outcome of things, this should still show up. I mean, that's what he's talking about, probably. This is beyond science, I know. So, he is, like, our sibling. Is he a descendant or not? We don't know that because there's no information on the descendants. Which means that there are no information on our brothers. Our brother, for some reason. I don't know why that's a connection. But there are some information about our sibling because it recorded its travels. Does that mean that Irminsul records my travels too? That is so strange. I don't get it.
Responded?
Responded to what?
The Jester told me this himself.
Oh, the
You can
sender.
take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria and lived with your brother for a time.
The Jester... Wait, hang on, what? He was a royal mage and he lived with your brother. Wait, what? Okay. Interesting. But... yeah, it's the same Jester that's the first Fatui Harbinger. The Jester. Same Jester. Also, remember Conria's records are probably erased or redacted. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it. That's the thing. Like, it just sounds so confusing. And I'm not, like, I seem to be a dumb person, but I'm actually not that dumb. So... No, so the Jester is a different person than the Doctor. So the Doctor is someone different. The Jester is the first Fatui Harbinger. He's a different person. No, that's Dainsleif. He's a completely different person. He's not in this picture. So there's the Jester who's the first Fatui Harbinger. The Doctor who's, I think, the third. Was he the third? So they are two different people. The Jester was a Conrian who was apparently a royal mage, right? And Dainsleif was the head of the royal guard, so that's a different person.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is...
Press X to doubt. Alright, Cactus, alright.
Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Okay.
Yes. Astonishing news.
Okay, so our siblings started their journey in Condria because the heavens responded. That means absolutely nothing to me.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
I guess.
Very valuable.
Oh god.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh god.
Huh? What have you done?
What are you doing?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long.
What is happening?
I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
What do you want?
Give me your hand.
I don't want to. Do I have to? Get away. I'm not He's taking you in a date. No! Fuck off! Do I have a choice? Oh god, I hate his face.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
No! Fuck off! Get out of my head! He's asking hand for marriage? No.
I can't do anything like that anymore.
No.
At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Wait, why would you ask that?
Done.
Huh?
Eh?
What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, that look? Did he see me hesitate? Was because...
So long.
Oh my god.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
I can't read that fast.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
I mean, we have to stop
Fast
him.
reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
He's trying to change the past. He's trying to change the past! Oh no, he's trying to go back to the
From this day
Tatarasuna
forth,
incident.
The names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist.
Were you then?
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
He's trying to change the past, but you can't... Okay, he's... Like, you can change the past, but not in the way that you think. And it's going to be a bit more complicated than that, because we have to involve the goddess of time.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
Yeah, he's doing stupid. What the fuck?
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer!
Okay, so... He's trying to change the past, but you can't kind of change the past the way he thinks. And you can't just go back in time and change it and you know, be done with it, because you can alter history, but that's not okay.
Oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Where's Nahida? Nahida can see all of this.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the
I
heck did
don't
he
know.
go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be.
Well, we
It's
have
not
fast
your
reaction
fault.
time.
Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Okay, hang on. Allow it. And you let him in. To be fair, he's still a puppet of a god. Okay, yeah, well... Yeah. Anyways. They just didn't think that he had that much power. They kind of underestimated him.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
Hmm.
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now.
This is our
and
room.
nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember the Gator Lord Lukadavata, and the Balladeer question was a strange one. It's hard to explain it in full. The truth might be distressing for Paimon. Yeah, because Paimon doesn't remember her. I'll skip the part about Gator Lord Lukadavata for now and focus on the Balladeer.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
It's not easy. You can't really... I mean, I don't know. It's really just like,
You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life.
Yeah, well, about that, Paimon.
Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
We can't explain this to Paimon. We can't do it.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this?
She won't
Paimon
remember
can't help
it.
but feel scared about what he might do. Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history? That could be it. Paimon, are you okay?
Sorry, Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress.
Okay, she's pretty freaked out.
Erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
And why would he do that? Why are we getting to this conclusion that he's trying to erase himself from history?
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
He said that his name will no longer exist. Oh yeah, that's right. I thought he was just renaming himself. Okay, well that makes a lot more sense that way. Indeed, if the Balladeer does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine that situation would look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden Gokugen, Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. But this means that they'll disappear? No! Kazuha maybe? Ayaka and Ayato probably not. Starts philosophizing a bit on brick brain pretty much, yeah. But okay, so the Raiden Gokugen... Okay, so Kazuha, he has a chance of not existing after all of that. Ayaka and Ayato, they probably will survive it. Because they weren't that involved in all of that. I mean, their family. They were still, I don't know.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
I don't want Ayato to disappear, by the way. Why?
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
No, probably not.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here.
Poor Paimon.
Right,
I kind of feel bad for him.
Start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. daybreak pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple
She just lists all the fruit.
lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
Someone forgot about the decline of the Kamisato clan after one of them got killed with the blacksmith. I don't know, when did that happen? That whole, like, that festival with the end of that whole lore drop, it was just a bit too much for my brain to process, so I kind of forgot a bit of that. But if he deletes himself from history, does that mean that Ayato will disappear? Because that's not going to be fun. If Ayato doesn't exist, I'm going to cry.
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again? The Balladeer? Is that a food too?
What? No!
Weird name, though.
Oh! Paimon doesn't remember the melody yet? He actually pulled it off? What the fuck? But how did he have the ability? That doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers.
Oh my god.
Was it something Paimon said?
That must be trippy as hell that everyone around you just forgets. Yeah, it is. Holy fuck.
So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
What the fuck? Ayayatos doesn't exist! You have to return to your character compensation build 180 face. No! Ayato and Ayaka, especially Ayato, is still around. If this is really happening, I need to know what else changed.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
We're going back to Inazuma.
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Oh my god! Hang on, what? Why this Archon quest seems to take a weird fucking turn? Hang on, I need to have a look at the map. Okay, the Kamisato estate is still there, so I guess that's good. Sataratsuna is still there, right? It looks like not much has changed there. Everything seems to be a bit more normal. Investigate. Mysterious item in the box and seems to be a present from deity. Maybe it has some particular effects. Oh, that's for my daily quest, yeah. This is beyond my brain cells. Yeah, it is, pretty much. Okay, I wonder what we're going to find at the blacksmith. Because I have to go to the blacksmith. Hello?
We've made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Hello?
Ah, it's been a while.
Pardon me, I like a question to ask.
Of course. Go ahead.
About the Raiden Gokunin.
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more.
Okay.
The once renowned Raiden Gokunin, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions.
Yes.
Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art.
Oh wow.
Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5.
Okay.
If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Yes, with his... Yeah, with his arc... yes.
Now.
It was his story
We
quest.
learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed.
Yes.
In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this.
Yes.
He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
Oh god, what had
The
happened?
Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Whoa.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace.
Yes.
One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster.
Yes.
Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out.
Aww.
The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him.
Okay.
Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery.
Okay.
Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it.
Yes.
Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry.
Okay, so the history kind of happened,
he
but not the
murdered
way.
indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life.
Okay.
That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones.
Okay, so Ayato and Ayaka is still alive. Looks like the Balladeer did something in the Airborne Soul, but it seems Neva still died.
Else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea.
Why
He
Kazuha?
seemed well.
I have a feeling that Mihoyo's favorite character in Genshin Impact is actually Kazuha. He's like in every story somehow. He still exists. The same with Kazuha. It's the same Kazuha, I know. Things don't seem to be as far as I feared. Okay.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
That's like a long grudge.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, god damn it. Go to the Yashiro Coalition. Oh my god. I can't complete it because of the fucking event. Alright. Yashiro Commission it is. Getting the whole event started too. Jesus Christ, I hate when this happens. Alright. Holy fuck! Wolf! Oh my god! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs! Oh my god! Thank you! You got a little kissies as well. Type in the chat for both. Oh my god. Hang on. Pretty much. Also, do you see who that is? Do you see who that is on the screen? Who I need to talk to? You see that, right? You see who I need to talk to.
I'm sure the Kamisato clan will be fine.
That is my husband. Is there no one else here? Is this does this count as a date? Oh my god. Okay.
Hayato!
Hey yo. Hello.
Ah, it's you two. Yes, it has been a while.
Okay.
We heard the Yashiro Commission is holding a test of courage, so we came right over to sign ourselves up. We didn't expect to see you here in person, though. Does that mean this event is really important?
You think I only make an appearance for occasions that are deemed sufficiently important? It just so happens that this test of courage event was actually my suggestion. But naturally, I've left the planning and more trifling details to be arranged by my retainers. Considering that such events are quite popular across Teyvat, I've had numerous examples to draw from, so everything should be in good order.
Oh my god, he's
I'm
so
merely
good
here to do a
looking.
routine check on the progress of the event. That's all.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So what you're saying is you're not very busy right now. In that case, maybe you can give us
He gives her a look like, are you serious?
Only
Oh
Paimon
yes,
could be so
Ayayato's
natural with
last
ordering eyes
event.
around.
Yes. Who you? Go away.
However, the possibility remains that we may yet require your assistance.
Oh wow.
Sorry, what did you say?
Nothing.
Oh my god.
Seeing as I apparently have some time, I suppose we may chat about the event for a moment.
Yippee!
Thanks, Ayato.
As its name implies, the event is a game designed to put one's courage to the test. The venue for the event will be set up in the Chinju Forest. Before the start of each round, participants will be divided into teams of 2. Once teams have been formed, the event staff will announce the name of an item that has been placed in or around the Chinju Forest area.
Yes.
The first person to locate the specified item will be declared the winner of that round.
The winner of that
Ayato.
round? Huh. So there's gonna be multiple rounds to the test of courage?
Precisely. There will be a total of 3 rounds
Oh
in the
my
test
God,
of
he's
courage
so
because the
handsome.
event was actually orchestrated
Okay,
by
it's
3
fine.
different parties. Merchants raised event funding,
Stop!
the Kamisato clan provided the grounds, and the Grand Narukami Shrine provided consulting services.
Oh my God. Kingscar is actually correct on that one. I want to take him to the couch. Oh God.
As such, each of these 3 parties have selected 1 item for participants to find. So, naturally, the event will require 3 rounds to determine the winners.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So basically, it boils down to searching for stuff in Chinju Forest. We'll need to find 1 item each round for a total of 3 items after 3 rounds. Huh. Simple enough for Paimon.
Yes, seems you've got the gist of it. We will be issuing different rewards based on the number of rounds won. So, if a participant wins multiple rounds, then that will also be reflected in their final reward.
Okay, that
If
seems
a
fair
participant
enough.
manages to find all 3 items, then they shall receive the grand prize provided by the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Ooh, a grand prize? Sounds like it could be really valuable.
I wonder what
As
it
for
is.
its
Is that
true
the
value,
sword?
I'm afraid you'll have to win the event first and ask Lady Guji yourself. Of course, this event is intended to measure your courage. If you withdraw from the event because you become too frightened, then you might as well forget about seeing any rewards. I'm curious myself how many people will be brave enough to make it to the end. It'll be most disappointing if nobody claims the prizes we've prepared.
Don't worry, those prizes are as good as ours. Even though just the
They didn't use Hu Tao.
Paimon's
That's a
little
shame.
spine. The Traveler will be brave enough, no doubt about that.
That's
I
right.
appreciate your enthusiasm.
Oh my God, look
I
at
look
him.
forward to seeing how you perform. Anyway, I think I've given you sufficient details. I'll add your names to the list of participants momentarily. As for the 3 items you'll be searching for, please wait for a staff member to inform you at the start of the event.
Okay.
Oh, and a friendly word of advice. Test of Courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories. So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Can I take you to inside the Kamisato estate?
Oh, will there be spooky things in Chinju Forest?
Why, but this is a test of courage, obviously.
Now even you're trying to scare Paimon. Anyway, we got an event to win. Grand prize, here we come.
I thought I was supposed to be looking for my brother or something. Okay. Okay. Sweet. Can I now? Oh my God. Is it really still? Oh my God. Okay. Stop the boinks. Oh my God, Ito. Hello. Ito!
Hold it right there. Oh, well, if it isn't my compadres. Didn't expect to see you here.
Hey, yo, put your horn away. No.
Paimon knows that voice. It's Ito! What are you doing here?
Hey, Ito.
Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're here for the test of courage.
Ha! What else? I'm sorry, but those prizes already belong to yours truly. Arataki ain't scared of nothing, Ito.
I love him too. Come on, you can't be mad at him.
That's what I really want to say. But I have actually got something else going on.
Oh?
Ito, no.
It's a long story.
Very
As soon as
spooky,
heard
I
about
don't
the
know.
Test of courage, I got the gang together and was ready to bring everyone for the time of their lives.
Kingscar wants the cookie. Alright.
But turns out the other members weren't as pumped about the event as me. Chinju Forest? We've already been there 1,000,000 times. There's nothing scary about that place. That event's just a game for kids. What a waste of time. Let's play some Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation
Seriously, Test
TCG.
of Courage? Ugh, whatever. I guess if that's what the boss wants. Can you believe that? What a group of deadbeats. I'm not gonna put up with that. Nuh-uh, not in my gang.
And what about Cookie?
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Dragging the gang to an event they don't want to go to won't be the best for your reputation as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this isn't about me. As leader of the Arataki gang, it's my duty to find new and tantalizing experiences for everyone. A happy gang means a happy life.
Well, you didn't
Even if they
succeed
can't get
there.
it through their stubborn heads now, one way or another, I'll show them how much fun a test of courage can be.
You sure do care about your gang members.
I'm no stranger to Chinju Forest. Sure, it was a little terrifying going through there, but hey, I'm used to it now. Seriously, what kind of scary pranks could those guys in the Yashiro Commission ever come up with? If they can't scare anyone, then it's not going to be a test of courage, now is it? Not to mention, if the gang starts complaining, I won't ever be able to show my face around here.
And after all that talk, it still boils down to you.
Ah, well, leading a gang can be complicated, you don't understand. Anywho, I've got a plan.
Yeah, and what's the
Since there's
plan?
no way I can trust the Yashiro Commission to make a fun event, I've decided to step in and spice things up a little.
Oh my god, Ito.
You don't seriously mean that.
Oh, you bet I do. Yours truly is gonna be out scaring people. I'm taking this
as
event
an
to a
Oni?
whole nother level. But it's gonna
Okay.
take more than an Oni to make it happen. So I came here to recruit some help. And then I saw you come walking along. Come on, come scare people with me, please.
I'm not gonna do that.
Pretty please?
Ito!
Forget it!
Pretty please?
Ah, fine. But don't forget, we're here to win the test of courage and take home the grand prize. We'll help you out, just don't get in the way of our prize.
Yes! You're a real Oni saver. Hey, don't worry. with
Oh
me
my
around,
god.
Winning the test of courage will be a piece of cake.
And we discussed this all in front of the Yashiro Commission, where anyone can hear us.
Those participants won't scare themselves. Let's get out there.
Oh my god,
What
Ito.
a noisy guy. But after hearing him laugh and talk, Paimon doesn't feel scared anymore.
Why do I have a feeling that he's going to be the most
Laughter is
scared?
the key to making fear go away. If things get scary later, we can all start laughing at the top of our lungs.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon, enough chit-chat. We're gonna miss the event.
Coming!
Hazel! Hazel! Oh yeah, he's also part of this event somehow, because he's on the splash art. Okay, so can I now proceed with this? Yes. Alright, thanks. Hazel! Oh my god, Kingscar. Hazel doesn't belong on my couch. He's way too young for me. Is he still here? Nope, he fucked off. Okay.
We're here! This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters.
Yeah.
Traveler, it's been a while.
Hello.
If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate.
Wait, he's
They're
in his
not here
wait,
right
he is?
Are they out on business?
Couch levels intensifies pretty much. Wait, is he in his 20s? He has the younger male look. That's why I assume that he's in his teens. Like under 20 or 20 tops. But he could be in his 20s and he's just short, so... Detective has to be an adult, right? Tell that to Conan the detective as well, who's like 5. No, okay, not 5, but like 7. You need to replace Ayaya Toasters. He's gone now. He's not gone.
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
Oh, but I wanted to meet the commissioner. The Yashiro commissioner. I wanted to talk to him again. I know that I just talked to him, but I want to talk to him again.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Thank you. We'll take you up on that offer. Can we take a walk in the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato...
Yeah, I am the commissioner's wife, so thanks.
Thanks!
I still need to start on my couch. Just do it.
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
I am the wife of the commissioner, so not dears. Tell me, like, call me madame. Thank you. Cactus. Alright.
Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you.
She has a crush on me, but I'm here for the commissioner.
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the commissioner's behalf.
Alright. Requesting an orbital bonk. I'm not putting my horny away, by the way, Cactus. I'm absolutely not doing that. It's rare to see Ayato in this game, like in an event or something. I'm not putting my boink on, I'm not putting my horny away, and you can't do an orbital boink on me. Because even if you do, my horny will not go away.
As for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does
initiating orbital bonk. Stop
mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Pretty much.
Very much so.
So Ayato, how do we know that Ayato is still the commissioner? She just calls him the commissioner. He never said that it was Kamisato Ayato. Okay, Miss Kamisato is pretty clearly Ayaka, but we don't actually know if Ayato is still Ayato. But I think that's pretty good still. Let's just pretend that it is. Orbital bonk charging, stop! As far as I can see, nothing changed in the Yashiro Commission either. Oh, thankfully. Tsurumi Island just looming in the bit distance, by the way. As I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well. Yeah, that's good news. I would have been very upset if Ayato got deleted. Sit your butt down, Tuna. I had to let the cat in. Okay, so the Kamisato siblings are still fine. Kazuha is still alive, so I guess that's good.
Well, got any more questions?
That's all for now, thanks.
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that.
Furuta, you're so nice. You're like a granny. I don't... Stop the orbital bonk thing.
Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and she's always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you.
Why Oyaka has the biggest freaking crush on me, like, ever? It's so strange. I mean, I'm supposed, like, kind of, if I've chosen the male character, Ayaka is simping, pretty much. But holy fuck. I wish the commissioner, they would talk about the commissioner like that. Oh, the commissioner talks to you, talks about you fairly often. He is, placing you in a very high regard. I would be like, yeah, that's accurate, but no.
I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Miss Kamisato, why does she have the biggest crush on me? It's so strange.
I mean it. Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away.
The commissioner can't be in a relationship with Toma though, because the commissioner belongs to me, so Toma can fuck off.
The commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity, he always prefers to dine here. They say it's because Toma is a much better chef than most. Oh, the commissioner is so fond of home comforts.
Ja,
They
jag
get to
då.
talking about you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom
Stop friend-zoning me. I'm your
truly
wife.
be themselves.
Be nice to your maid, Anna. I am,
Occasionally
actually.
joins them as well. Whenever the whole family gets together and they start talking about people they've met and experiences they've had, you always get a mention. It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time.
The Lord and the Lady
As
Kamisato, that's how I would
someone
call them
who's
in
old
English,
and
but oh
enough
well.
to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much.
Do we know how the Kamisatos, like the parents passed away, or we don't? Because I don't think we know that. We don't know how they passed away or what happened. Was it like an accident? Because it kind of sounds like an accident if the head of the clan and his wife passed away at the same time. That sounds like an accident. Or murder. I don't know. But yeah.
So, in the future, if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. There will always be at least one old lady who would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company.
Okay, I found my grandma. Furuta is going to be my grandma from then on. She has a side quest that I haven't done yet, so I'm going to do that at some point though.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, it's so cute.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really great.
Mm-hmm.
Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime. Paimon meant we should come pay a visit again real soon.
In-game grandma? Where do I sign up? Come to this lady and talk to her. She's so sweet.
You're always welcome.
She's my in-game grandma.
Bye for now.
Okay, I think okay, so the first in-game grandma should be Madam Ping from Liyue. But you can have two grandmas because ideally you have two grandmas in real life too. So I think Furuta is going to be my in-game grandma, one of them at least.
Great! Goodbye, ma'am! Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Alright, bye Furuta. She's so happy.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yeah, something came up.
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Alright, see ya. Bye. Alright, so we're going to the Tataratsuna now. Alright, where are we going? I think I'll just come here and walk. Oh no, I'll come to this one and just glide down. Eee! Go away! Some bug on my keyboard. Go away. Okay, so... Alright. At least we still have the commissioner with us. So I guess that's good. Bug, release the Tula. No, Tula. Oh, oh. Oh no. Xavier, Oh, that's not the evil one.
Here we are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Hello.
Xavier? What are you doing here?
Xavier!
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We
okay.
had some questions and thought you might be able to help.
How much do you know about the Tarasuna? I mean, he knows quite a bit.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
Hola. Why does it that you always try to snuggle up to me whenever I'm streaming, but whenever I'm just sitting around doing nothing and I have the time to pet you and all, you just avoid me like the plague? Why?
Like the back of my hand? Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna.
As I said, she's a streamer,
ago.
yeah,
They said
I
it's
guess.
all true, the history here. Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago.
Yeah?
I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
Yes?
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too.
Okay.
They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Okay. Mechanic, huh? It looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace.
Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
Yeah.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much, yes.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, have you ever heard of the kabuki mono connected to the Tatarasuna?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
Okay. So there's no more Kakubi Kimono. Did the Beladier Deer manage to erase himself from history? Oh lord. If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far it looks like the majority of changes have only affected himself. Thank you.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Alright.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Alright. Alright, bye. Well, that was a day gone.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for.
Yep.
Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your
What if changes what if changes start to snowball? I don't know, like he changed something that was happened 400 years ago. 400 years should have been enough time to snowball. But it didn't really. It changed a few things, but fundamentally not much. So I don't think that's what he wanted.
Come on, you gotta keep it together. Why don't you grab something to eat? You can't go facing life's challenges on an empty stomach.
No.
Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Oh, Paimon's looking after us. That's alright. No extra toes for Anna. It's very sad indeed. What happened to my Ayatos? Okay, Sanctuary of Surastana it is. Oh, oh.
Hey, it's them!
Hello? Oh.
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
What are you doing here? Are you still talking about the essay?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
Yeah, what changed?
We have time. What do you want to talk to us about?
Yeah.
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Yeah.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
Sure, yes. Perfect. These two have researched Tatarasuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
The article you let me... Oh! Rootlessness UK, how are you doing? Welcome back up. Thank you for the follow.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Okay. Okay. The details of the okay, the body. Yeah. It was horribly burned. It was hot. Okay, so...
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so hang on, the newcomer. So it was a newcomer. Okay, that's strange. The content has changed.
Well, what do you think?
A masterpiece!
Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this?
Yeah.
Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
Yeah.
What did you find out? Something big?
Not really.
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Not letting you alone for this time? No, not because I'm like, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to do this.
Wow, so many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true.
We didn't get to meet Kazuha though,
so
either.
There's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Oh.
Yes,
I
okay,
know
point
you're
taken,
teasing
you were
me,
right.
it's fine.
That doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
Yeah, alright, well, bye.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
Alright.
You're welcome.
Alright, bye. I was trying to stop you for the
Keep us
first
in the
time
loop if you
because it
find
was
out
like
anything
full
else.
documents. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Will do.
Someone probably had the time to reread the thing, but that thing is not me. Oof, fireflies. I scared them off. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Alright, well, I don't think Nahida's going to remember the Balladeer either. I think it's something that I would need to resolve on my own. Oh, look, the Ayatos that you have to rerun. Yes. Yes, very much. Hey there. Do you know the Balladeer?
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
She doesn't remember it either.
Where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
Yeah.
The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name.
Yep, she doesn't know it either. Oh no.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time. Anything changes, the Airman soul affects her. Yep. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. The only one who still remembers things that were erased once again. I am the record keeper.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. With heavy heart, we pieced back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. There was once one named Balladeer created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tataratsuna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. Then who did the idea give the Electro thing then? That's also true. Who did it was probably a harbinger somehow. It was probably just he was replaced by another harbinger who also had the same plan and captured us. Because history doesn't change fundamentally. It just changes in details. That was probably another harbinger. But that's a good point, Kingscar. I actually didn't think about that. With no trust for humans and only loathing for gods, he bore his grudge for years and he grew in strength and returned to Inazuma to take revenge. He tried in vain to become the deity with the Gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminster, learned the truth beyond his betrayal, knowing that his entire life was built on life, and he did the unthinkable to attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story.
Yep.
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Pretty much.
How was he even able to do that?
What if they added another elite one to replace his spot on the Fatui? That's also possible. We might never know that. Or we might know that later in this quest, though. Or it might have been just another harbinger being in the picture instead of the Balladeer during that time.
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it.
Yeah, so the machine was still there, but he wasn't in there.
If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
Mm-hmm.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it.
Well, I know one for sure.
Comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
You can say that again.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, Only you remember that.
Yeah, I'm not sure myself. We're enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to revert everything, save everyone, or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. Time to solve it once and for all. Maybe that's all there to it. Yeah, he tried, but he couldn't quite rewrite, because yeah, you can't really change the past. For enemies, thank you, Wolf. But yeah, as I said, you can't really change the past. I mean, you can remove yourself from history, but history still happens. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically. My hesitation gave him the answer. I hesitated because I witnessed late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence, but I can't tell that. Yeah? I put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it.
Yep.
The Balladeer tried
I hate that
to
she
achieve
doesn't
godhood
remember
with
it
the doctor's
either.
help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends.
Yeah.
It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Yeah. I wonder when he went. Yeah, he changed the world in many ways, yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. This kind of aligns off what Mona says as well about the stars. Like, this one kind of aligns with what Mona says. Like, once a fate is done, it cannot be undone. So, yeah, even though he tried, their fates couldn't be rewritten. She needs to put a two-step verify check on that thing, pretty much. Irminsul needs some verification checks on it. But obviously, people in Teyvat don't do that because those two guys just believed that I was the traveler without any identification or background checks. So I guess she didn't think of that. Because people don't do verification in this world, apparently. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life? Or did he wish he'd never existed at all? Odd. In time travel, editing is invented. Does that mean that it's always existed? I don't. I mean, it kinda, because A's sister done something like that with the seed and everything. It's complicated. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, just few elements and that's easy proof. Okay, that's okay. But Nahida herself can only use one. So that wouldn't be too effective because she wouldn't be able to access it.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something.
Yep. Where does the Balladeer go then? Did he just vanish?
Found it. This should be the one.
Okay.
It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
Yeah?
What is it?
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Yeah? So, surprisingly, information presented to you that way resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
Yeah?
I authored this record myself.
Oh wow, what is it about?
You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Oh.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the Balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the Balladeer.
That's actually pretty smart.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own.
The part of me just feels like Hoyo is just making up rules as they go. Sometimes, yes, there are some pieces of information that's been in the game, like, way before they actually became relevant. And I'm pretty sure that there are information right now that's going to become relevant later, and they don't seem to be too significant right now. But yeah, there are definitely some bits and pieces of information there that they just make it up as they go. Not a whole lot of it, but they do exist. I've realized that as well, Kingscar.
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
Alright, so like, do you want to go outside again? Sorry, she's just... She's going back and... Yep, now she decided she wanted out. Okay. I'm giving it 5 minutes and she wants to come back.
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
Wait, she knew all of this would happen and set everything up, didn't she? She didn't know. Makala of the Angola, how you doing? Welcome back and thank you for the follow. No, she didn't know that this would happen. She kind of pulled a Kokomi on this, and because she thought that this may happen, so she's done this as a backup in case it happens.
I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use.
Oh wow, okay. So there was like knowledge
capsules. I buried it deep inside one
capsules.
of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
Okay, that's pretty smart, I guess.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you.
Yes.
Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
Feels like life is as significant as a
Sounds
feather.
like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
Yeah, I guess. Also, this is quite scary. Like, if you just take someone out of Irminsul, you can delete gods. I'm waiting, King Scarva.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us.
The Doctor isn't affected by the changes. We don't know that. So he still went ahead with his plan because he still wanted to interfere with Inazuma's politics. And he just happened to stumble upon the puppet who later became the Balladeer, and that's when his plans, the focus of his plans changed. The Doctor isn't affected by the change. We don't really know. Like, he did change things before, but we don't actually know how it affects him really.
So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot.
Yeah.
Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination.
Yeah.
And that is what you have been doing all along.
But it'd be interesting if it was a descender. It would be, yeah.
Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it.
Get that fairy tale away from everyone. Put it back in your head. Thank you. I need that thing. You're going to be my
Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits.
Yeah,
It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Okay, Paimon. Tuck that thing away in your head. I don't want that to get lost. You'll be my exterior drive.
You should go take a walk and try to unwind.
Alright, Nahida. Alright, bye. I'm going out. See ya later, alligator. But okay, so if he was a descender, then he would probably get higher rank than all the other Fatui Harbingers. He's like, is he the second or the third? I think he's the third. So there's like at least 2 more people in front, like at least 1 people is in front of him, but more likely that it's 2. Oh god. Getting down from this place is hard work, I'm telling you. The Belladere is 6, but the Belladere is 6, but the Doctor was 3rd? I mean, because of a god puppet was removed and people got to survive and live, so win-win. I mean, I guess so. Oh, the wild crocodile. Sleep is summoning me early tonight. Alright. Good night, Wolf. See you later.
We're here! What should we eat first?
I don't know. I have a nagging feeling that there's something I'm missing. Something important I'm forgetting. Wait, I'm also forgetting something?
Hey! Are you gonna answer or what?
Oh, sorry, give me a minute. I'm still processing. Chicken nuggies. That's pretty good.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain. Let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Airman Soul deleting oneself. Oh. Greater Lord Lukadevata, forbidden knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Shut the fuck up, Paimon! Yes, that was it. Greater Lord Lukadevata. She said that no one can erase themselves for existence, not even her. That's right! Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali to the deletion for her? There would be no point. It's kind of weird that Lesser Lord Kusanali was specifically created to delete Greater Lord Rukadevata. It's so strange.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
No, I can't tap Paimon. She doesn't know about Greater Lord Lukadevata. But this is crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Belladere to completely erase his own existence, in which case the question is, what happened?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
What the fuck? There Here he is!
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsetias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
We're just... I mean, you can't see it because of my face, but I'm just here in this corner, just staring.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the Belvedere.
Who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetias,
No
was it?
wonder.
I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Oh god. Is this another stealth mission? Alright, so where are we going? I'm just gonna teleport. I don't have the time for this. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, this'll do.
Oh, the fuck are you?
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He doesn't remember us. Right? He doesn't remember.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're light, we're following you.
Have we met before?
He doesn't remember me.
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. A whole new person. Pretty... So this what happens to him if he never went through all that trauma. Pretty much. He went through a lot of trauma in his past self. But hang on, so how did he remove himself and protect himself from all that trauma? Like, what happened to him then? You're a puppet.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, his whole life changed.
Look,
He never
I'm
went...
just a wanderer.
He never went
But
through all
seeing
that
as you've
trouble.
gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Okay.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
Well, Raiden still treated him like shit. I mean, the Raiden Shogun didn't change herself. But she still created him. But he still was discarded, but that alone didn't break him. Cumulatively with all the rest of the shit that he went through, that's what broke him eventually, I guess.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Alright.
Then let's return to the city.
Okay. Can we just let this guy just go? I guess from this waypoint would be the easiest. I'm kind of getting familiar with Sumeru City. I was so lost the first few times I was there. Oh, dude didn't return.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
Kinda like what they did with him. He learned the truth and he changed the past for the best for the right reasons fast. Okay, well, I guess that's redeemable. I still don't like him though.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
I like his green
What?
eyes.
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it.
And the cat is back. Told you it was about 5 minutes. It was begging to come back.
But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like you had nowhere to be, and didn't even care that it was raining.
Because he probably didn't.
Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry?
I see it as the Wanderer as a person since, well, that's like 500 years of growing to be a whole other person. I mean, yes, I guess. I wonder what like, so when he deleted himself from Irminsul, all his traumas and his personality just went away, I guess. And he started from zero again.
But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
He doesn't kind of live.
No, you're right.
Hola. Wow, I don't like how
Then I
he's
suppose
smiling.
This is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Hola.
Thank you.
Stop scratching this. Go to sleep.
All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
All right, let's go. Well, we are taking you to the Archon. Don't be alarmed. He just ends up as a kid puppet tossed away to find a home. Pretty much. It took him 500 years, but he seems to be content. with whatever he got. He looks a lot like the Raiden Shogun. I've seen pictures of like him being put next to the Raiden Shogun, change the hair color and all, and he looks a lot like the Raiden Shogun. I mean, that was intentional, I guess. Oh wow, what are you looking at, Naida? Are you looking at the screen?
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
Spicy's not the other, I know. It's just...
He doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah,
sorry. Yeah, it is the COVID, pretty much. After effects of it.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shigenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Extra spicy, shut up!
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots.
Yeah.
But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
How fitting, previous incarnation. Did you know, Nahida, that you are an incarnation?
Like a past life or something?
Hola?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Pretty different. Bloody evil and just not a good person.
Okay, I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
You can say that, yes.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
But he's like, okay, I just met a god for the first time. But yeah, she's just a little girl talking to me.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
Pretty much.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
You can't say that.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so
Yeah, Paimon is
so much
confused.
to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
It's not that he doesn't remember it. The things he did personally never happened the way that he's accountable for it. Like, all the things that he's done, it happened still, but he's not responsible for it anymore. It's so strange.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
I don't think we would be able to reverse the damage he's done.
Understood.
I don't think we're going to be able to bring him back the memories or bring the Balladeer back. I think the Balladeer is gone in that sense. I think whatever is done and we can't change that.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Okay. Well, we're going in. Well, why would you bring him back? Well, we don't know what damage it's done. It seems like he's done no damage. But... Yeah, that seems fine. Just keep the peaceful version him around until there's a reason to otherwise. Okay.
This looks like Inazuma.
That
right
seems
now,
reasonable.
You're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
Yep.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
Well, that might be true, but...
Give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
Now we're finishing the job. Yeah.
Alright. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
Okay, but that one, like his memories of him being created right after, that's be still around, right? Because the Raiden Shogun still created him. So that should be unchanged. Everything should be unchanged up until the Tetaratsuna point. And that's it.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this.
Yes, everything to that point
There's
is
someone
unchanged.
passed out on the ground.
So, yeah, so, wait. So these are still supposed to be his current self's memories as well, because everything up until that point is unchanged.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Also, we don't have a trial wanderer here. That's what I was expecting, like a trial wanderer, but we don't have one.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Oh wait, that's... okay. Wait, no. Okay, no, I can't destroy that. So this is still happen, like what we're just witnessing. How do we get over there? Do we go around? There's something here. Oh wait, there is! Oh my god, I'm just blind. Get away. Stop hurting my Ayato. I keep going to revert back to Inazuma. Oh Jesus.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
I hear voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick.
Oh, that's the little kid who also died.
He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
Oh, that's the Tataratsuna infection, huh?
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Did he meet the Raiden Shogun after like all that went down? Like, did he go back to the Raiden Shogun to face her? Or no? Okay.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Back into it!
I see everything.
You can't
Mind the deluge.
Well,
Right now. Emerge. A sight to behold.
Alright. So, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
looks like I went too far.
This place is dark.
I remember this place.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Yep.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
Yep. You were there, Paimon. I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Well, that was the last time he
Poor
saw
little
Signora.
She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Oh, he's gonna turn
Why
evil
are
again.
you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Okay, so, but yeah, in this version, in now the new reality, who's taken the Baladier's place? That I would be interested to see that. Okay, so I think we're going to Sumeru now.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Yep.
Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
Okay, so in this current reality, the Doctor doesn't have all that information because he doesn't have the puppet to experiment on. But also, like, I don't get it. Like, why, if he was a wanderer and he was a puppet still, how did the Fatui did not try to get him still in this current form of his? I don't get it.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The Doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
He's the Doctor. He's the one behind all
for
of
him
this.
to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Okay.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Oh God.
Can you return my memories to me?
Oh Lord.
But
what the
won't
fuck?
that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. With each
Okay, so
person
he wants to
being a
come back on
collection
his
of
own
past
accord.
experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins...
It does sound like a pretty bad idea, Kingscar, not gonna lie.
Become my true self.
Is this the true meaning of Richter Ducatavata's words? The person can't erase themselves even though the original Balladeer has gone. His person will live on in his place. Our person's spins on inescapable as part of their destiny.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
I don't think that's I don't think it's a good idea.
Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Like, bruh, just fix the past and give you a better life to grow up and just not toss it, pretty much. Now he's... I don't know. I don't think this is a good idea. But giving him back his memories still means that those things technically never happened. Because he still deleted himself from Irminsul. But he's just going to have memories of things that never actually happened, I guess. I don't think this is a good idea.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
I hope, Nahida, you have a backup of this.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Prepare to beat him up again.
Is he alright?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Again? How the hell did this one get here?
Hey! Are you done yet?
Paimon!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Oh, yep. He's back. He's not wholesome anymore.
Behold.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
At my command, you shall fall.
Oh my god, I don't think this is a good idea anyway.
You dare to gaze upon me? Churn!
Hey, hey, hey!
The wind rises. Search for it.
I think I'm going to die.
Insignificant pest.
Stop! No, I don't have Zhongli shield. I forgot how to dodge. Confeck, you have infinite health for this. Ah, okay, never mind then.
My endless cycle begins. I'm used to this.
Yeah, well, yeah, that, yeah, I see how it is. What did they have? Oh, they gave him his signature weapon. Noblesse oblige. That's weird, but why burst damage? His E is so much more powerful. Well, I've used food or nothing. I used food for nothing. Nice.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
Are you talking to me? Oh, no, he's talking to the robot. Okay.
Did we win?
No, the Balladier's back, so it didn't really win.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self.
Well, I didn't let him die twice. Okay.
Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Okay, so he kind of got milder.
You sound like you're concerned about me.
Not really, but I guess a little bit.
But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
So you did get your vision at the end. You had to fight yourself to find yourself. I guess.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
Well, we are technically sleeping.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
I like that he got an animo vision since he's free from life and pain was fixed for him by the Fatui, pretty much.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Let's go with the tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish.
Not even
What
a
you are
god
looking
can really
for
do that.
is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
He did pretty. Yeah, I guess.
All that when you've gotten so little in return?
It's I guess. I mean, he still didn't help too many people, but at least he tried. That counts for something.
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
I mean, as the god of
Utility to
wisdom.
others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Nahida doesn't see you that way.
All right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Yes. The cute reddish nugget, she's pretty cute.
After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you
so
changed.
That's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
Okay, I guess.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books.
Reddish?
Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
You're almost done for your information. That's
can't
great
live
because
without
I
a
want to
heart,
finish the
can
stream
they?
soon.
Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Well, having Nahida's her right hand, I guess that doesn't sound too bad. Plus, does he count like as a familiar, like how Yaimiko counts to the Raiden Shogun?
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
And he's leaving.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Yay! Okay, the voice is a bit late. It was a bit strange, but okay.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you too!
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much!
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking.
He's gonna get
Traveler
called a
and Paimon
Vanderol.
have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
I don't want to give him a name. I'm just going to give him a name like Fuckface or something.
It's all yours.
You'd be wrong. Why?
Have you got anything?
Wait, no. Wait. Can I actually name him? No, this is okay, this is serious stuff. This is too much pressure. You get this and one rename. Okay, I'm not going to name him Fuckface because that's not... And you can't just name him Scara, it won't let you. Okay. Once you rename the character, some interfaces in the games going forward will display that name will be chosen. Okay, so you can't... Okay, so there are some disclaimers, obviously. Oh my god. Gundam. I'm not gonna name him Gundam. I'm not going to name him Chicken Nuggies either. Oh my god, you people. Scaradouche works for the Sky. I'm not going to name him Scaradouche either. This is serious stuff. Oh god. It didn't let me call him Raiden's brat. Oh god. I don't know. Why, dude, I don't know. It's probably just, they just probably missed it. Lucky for being a little shit. Okay, so what I'll do is I have this, a Japanese name generator. It has to be a male name. I randomly generate a few names, and then I'll pick one that I like and I may modify it. That one is perfect. This one is perfect. Oh, I was gonna use this to name him. I am. This is perfect. Toda AG. So the first name in Japanese is this one, right? Okay, well that also works, I guess, Cactus. But I think Toda AG is... So... You don't need a full name, I know, but Toda, like in Japanese, so this is the Toda is supposed to be the first name, right? And this is the last name. No. So no, this is supposed to be AG is supposed to be the first and this is supposed to be the last? Toad, no. I think I'm just going to name him this. I can change him later. Kamisato. I'm not going to name him Kamisato Ayayo. But Toda Eiji, given that the name means eternity and next. I'm not going to name him Kamisato Ayayatos either. But this name means, like the first name means eternity and next. Kind of suits him. So I'm just going to, like, as eternity is reflecting that, you know, he's, like, kind of that, but as next, I might take that, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's Toda or Eiji that means eternity or next, but I'm just going to give him this name for now. Alright. Toda Eiji. Okay, then there's no spaces in it. Which one? So the first name is supposed to be Eiji or Toda? Okay. AG. Hang on, no. AG. Meaning. Okay, Toda. Meaning. Japanese. No, Toda. Okay, so his name is going to be AG. Because it also has A in it, so I guess that's AG.
Are you sure?
So here I can do like a where can I do a rename? Because I like the sound of Toda a bit more, but AG sounds a bit more. No, I think this will do.
All right, if you say
AG.
so.
There.
You get an item, don't
Now
worry
you have
about
a name
it.
of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
AG.
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
I'm not going to name him Toad.
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
I think poor Starfire's heart fits him decently. Oh my god. Fine.
No nonsense. I like it. Alright, let's call it a day.
Yeah, let's call it a
Goodbye,
day.
wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, He doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
I mean, he also had like 2 lifetimes worth of experience now. There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now.
So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Oh lord.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
That's it. Are we getting a cutscene? I don't think we are getting a cutscene this time. I will probably never use the rename thing on mine, probably. Never do I, but oh well. It's nice to have the option.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah.
I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died
Oh, I
of a
have
ripe
the
old
new
age.
name for
He's
mine.
The perfect
Oh,
fit
okay.
to be the narrator of the epilogue.
So Mikoshi Nagamasa.
The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Yeah, they still died. Because the doctor still succeeded. Kinda. So that still happened. But yeah, people still died, fortunately. Because the doctor still succeeded with his plan of sabotaging the thing, but obviously without SCARAMOUCHE. AG. I like the name. Okay, so I shall return to my resting place now. Not as dead, but... Yeah, so the result is the same, but they remember the process differently. Exactly, Cactus. Thank you. I could have teleported myself there, but that would have been too easy. But I think I can fly across there and still jump down and I'll be right there. I'm just gonna... Yes. And there it is. My final resting place.
It's about time we had a break.
Pretty much.
As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Rest up, Paimon.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
What about that?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
You broke it, Paimon. That night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled or something. To the Belladere broke the vase. But the Belladere erased his existence. He changed the world. So why is this vase still broken? That's because he erased himself, but some things like the rest of the things still happen. I
You
guess.
sound lost and confused.
The fuck? Who are you?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
What?
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Fuck.
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. But for anyone else, who can say?
What is happening?
When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you?
Who are you?
How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
Who the fuck are you?
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
They were talking to us, not you. Really, my eyes? Does it mean that I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment, Paimon will be right back.
What is happening? I wonder what else awaits me in the future. I don't get this. I'm not going to rename him. Whoever that was, does that mean that we were unaffected by the they were unaffected by the memory change? That's someone that operates outside of Taiwan. Was that the other descendants? And what do you mean, Cactus, by Easter egg? This was... How is this an Easter egg? Explain this to me. And then I go to bed because it's past midnight. I was supposed to end the stream like an hour ago.
Come on out.
How is this an Easter? I don't get what it references. You know, Easter egg usually references something from somewhere else. Easter egg of a character's future story. I mean, Easter eggs are references from other stuff. That's what I define as an Easter egg, or like a can be an Easter egg for a few. Ah, that's what you mean. But who was that? Was that? It wasn't the sustainer of the heavenly principles. Unless there's another god who can access the records and so the only people I can imagine would be the sustainer of heavenly principles, but their voice didn't quite match up. Alright, that left on a cliffhanger. Anyways. And so I don't think that my definition is completely wrong, Cactus. To be absolutely 100% true with you. Alright, well. How many wishes do I have? 4. Okay. How many more days until this banner ends? Another week, okay. Alright, so what I'll do, I'll mute this. That won't disturb us, and I just go to just chatting. Oh, well, this one was a trip. Definitely a trip. Jesus. But it may be like the heavenly principal, or like someone completely new, like someone who's never seen and never heard about before. So that's interesting. Well, anyways, thank you everyone who joined me today. Wasn't a trip for me. I mean, it was kinda. It was pretty good still. All right, I'll end the stream here because I have to get up in like less than 6 hours. I mean, more than 6 hours actually. Anyways, I'm going. I don't know if I see you on tomorrow. I'll see. And but definitely see you on Tuesday if I don't stream tomorrow. Final thoughts on Scara AG? I don't know. I'm a bit conflicted. I still don't really like him. But it's like not a really like strong hatred towards him anymore. But I still don't like him. Alright. I'm going. I can't waste any more time here. Alright. Love you everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Drink some water and see you again very soon. Alright. Bye.